Oh, okay. Well, apparently the intro. That's the intro, everybody. How you doing? I'm not sure what the heck just happened there. Yeah, Chrome is. I think Chrome is turning heel against me here because I've been having some issues with it, and it does not want to do the thing that I want it to do. There we go. It does not want to do the thing. Now I can hear me. Awesome, terrific. How's it going? Joining me this evening for tonight's edition of the train wreck that is the IWC radio program here, Chucks, Will, and the returning Beans.
It's good to see you keep such wonderful high standards.
I know. I had the music playing and everything, but I couldn't cut to the video. So, and then by the time I got it full screen, it went to something else completely different. Which, yeah, that was weird. How you doing, Beans? Great to have you back.
Thank you. I'm good, thank you. How are you all?
I would be better if I had a new computer. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh God.
Aside from that, I'm hanging in there. Apparently, my allergies are acting up because I went outside for a little bit. So if you hear me go, that's why.
Oh, great!
Yeah,
That's gonna be it's gonna be a hell of a show then.
I know.
There's one thing I love in a podcast. It's snorting right into the mic.
I mean, I'll try not to do it deliberately, but you know.
That'll be great. Because you know who does that all the time and doesn't seem to care about it at all?
Who?
Disco Inferno.
Who gives a fuck about what he has to say? Who's listening to Disco Inferno in 2020?
I am.
Why?
When the fuck is he doing commentary?
On Vince Russo's The Brand.
Oh,
Christ.
I'm sorry.
You're not interested in a podcast with Vince Russo and Disco Inferno? What's wrong with you?
I'm sorry. No, I'm still hurt from the old Voice of Wrestling days when I was completely disrespected by Disco Inferno live on air, as everyone else was. Yeah, because he just basically said the entire chat room was stupid when we was asking normal questions.
Okay, well, he hasn't.
That's the
I hope
police.
that's an ambulance for Disco Inferno.
He hasn't changed. He's still that
He's
guy.
an asshole.
Yeah.
What did he say to you?
I can't remember what it was, but we was all in the chat on VOW, and he was a guest on it one time, and like everyone was just obviously putting questions in the chat room, and they were going through things, and one of the questions he just didn't like, and he was like, "What why are all your fan base completely stupid?" Like, you know, and it's like, what the fuck? Like, he started ripping into us all, and it was like, okay, this is a good way to get me to turn the show off.
Change the channel heat.
But yeah, so I just never really took to him.
No, he's still that guy. He's not a big fan of anyone actually. He's got a very low opinion of everyone but himself. That's the gimmick.
Well, that's it. I mean, it wouldn't be as bad if you would, like, you know, he was getting some, you know, we were taking the piss out of him or something, but it was actually like people were just asking genuine things. It was just like, whoa.
To be fair, though, there were some strange people in that VW chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there were some strange usernames in there. Mickey
Really
James
was.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had a blown out vagina or something.
Yeah, right. That was disgusting.
Beans on toast.
Do not put them two names in the same bracket as one another. Oh, God.
God.
I miss those days.
Fun
Do you think
days.
I don't think that could ever happen again. That was a moment in time. The
One of a
2005 internet.
Yeah,
You know?
one of a kind opportunity.
Yeah.
Everybody's too PC now.
2PC, and I don't know. I'm sure there still is an IRC, but it can't be the same place that it used to be.
The only thing I've seen close to it was the chat that they run on Fight when AW is on. Because it's completely unmoderated.
Oh God.
And I won't go into the exact details, but there was a guy in there when I last seen it. last time AEW was on pay-per-view. He just kept saying the word bastard
Oh,
every like 3 or 4 seconds.
I thought it was going to be a different word, and I was very surprised that you were going to say it.
Yeah.
So basically, he may have had Tourette's.
I don't think
Typing Tourette's.
I don't think you can have typing Tourette's. Beans.
Oh, sorry. I completely missed the point where this was an online chat, weren't it, rather than a...
It was.
Yeah. All right. Well, maybe he just had it copied and he just kept leaning on paste or something by accident.
Yeah, maybe.
You're a very
Quote,
forgiving
unquote,
person.
accident. "Quote unquote" accident.
Was it during a pack match? Because maybe he was just chanting.
That's true.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, there you go.
There was somebody else who was also saying that Vince McMahon should do questionable things to his penis, but
What?
I'm sure he does.
no, he was suggesting that Vince did things to his penis.
Oh,
No.
right.
Yeah.
Accusing Vince of
He
impropriety.
wasn't. He told him to go suck his cock.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right. So it was just an offensive gesture rather than a
Yeah.
request.
Yeah. Well,
It's a suggestion. Vince is an adult. He can choose not to do it. It's just,
Yeah, but we
It's
know Vince likes to
throwing it
make
out
wrong
there.
decisions.
anyway, we took that down a strange rabbit hole.
This is what happens when the intro gets screwed up.
Yeah.
That's why we shouldn't have an intro. I'm saying. Saying this for 8 years now.
Or just GoFundMe a new computer at this point.
Is this still the same computer that you put Christmas tree lights on that time?
Oh wait. No, I don't think it is. I think I upgraded like once since then. I think. I could be wrong, Beans. I'm not sure.
Maybe it's the Christmas tree lights that are causing the issues.
Yeah, clearly. That I don't have set up over here, yeah.
Might be a knock-on effect from when you did it the first time.
Yeah, maybe. What
When you get a
happened?
new PC, do you get like a new PC, or do you just upgrade some parts and then other parts, like, Theseus' ship or whatever?
I'm probably just gonna get like a pre-build or something if I get when I get the money, because I cannot put a PC together. I've learned that from trying to upgrade the hard drive.
What? How's that possible?
The fact that I guess I didn't have the right CPU for the motherboard at the time, and
Okay, that happens.
yeah, and I ended up
You buy that as a bundle.
yeah. I want that as a pre-constructed sort of thing, so that it can, when it gets here, I can just plug it in and it works. Because I cannot put it together a PC. I've learned the one and only time that I've tried to do it. I've learned the hard way. I'm done.
How much damage did you do?
The pin, like I said, the pins on the motherboard were bent. Which, if you know how to put a PC together, you never want to bend those pins.
You don't want
no.
to touch those pins.
Right.
If you buy a motherboard CPU bundle, you can't go wrong with anything else. Well, except the RAM. But generally, if you can work out the RAM that'll go with that board, everything else is just, it'll either fit in the slot or it won't. You really can't go wrong.
This one that I'm on right now has had a couple upgrades, but it's also like 10 years old now, close to it.
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to save up for a new one. And then I can really be like a gamer on Twitch.
Yeah, for 6 months, and then you'll be outdated again.
I mean, I'll take that rather than what I've got right now.
Yeah.
So, anyway, let's see here. Have you guys watched any of Raw or SmackDown this week? I knocked stuff over, apparently. No?
I think I watched one at the start of April.
In that case, you've seen them all.
Yeah.
Was it a lot of highlights from previous shows?
No.
Either that, it's either recaps or they just do the same thing every week. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
Did he still do that?
Hard to
Where
tell.
they actually like re-show matches from the pay-per-view or something like
No,
Not so
they've stopped
much.
doing that. Yeah. They were only doing that early to fill content because they didn't know what the hell was happening.
that? Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna crack open a sweet tea. Apparently.
Oh,
There we
Lord Tensai.
go. Oh yeah, that was a thing, wasn't it? With his
Yeah.
I forgot.
Brodus Clay and Sweet Tea.
Jeez.
Good lord.
Well, that's not very sweet at all.
Is
Isn't
it
American sweet tea like basically sugar water?
I mean that's pretty much that in a can. It's a generic sweet tea flavor, I guess. So yeah, that's pretty much close to sugar water as you're gonna get, I feel.
And it's not sweet enough.
Well. Anyway,
So it's a can of water.
yeah, pretty much.
Lightly sweetened water.
The only thing from SmackDown that I caught up with yesterday was Alexa Bliss getting choked out by the Fiend.
What? That happened?
That happened, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so.
How's that allowed?
Pandemic, pal. Low ratings. You gotta do what you gotta do to get the audience that you drove away back.
Well, no, I agree. But I'm surprised that was allowed with whatever, what do you call it? Whatever rules they have with the
Yeah.
man-on-woman violence thing.
But it was done under that, like, red light that everybody hates, so I assume it,
Oh, so like it may not have happened or something. It doesn't count if it's under a red light.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing I kind of caught up with was last week's SmackDown with the bar fight with Jeff Hardy and Sheamus.
I saw that.
Yeah.
With Jeff Hardy possibly teasing a Willow type of character, which I don't know if it's going to have any legs to it because, I mean, look at Matt Hardy when he tried to do the broken shtick, and look how far that got him. And yeah, I feel like it's just going to fall flat, much like in a similar way. I don't know how you guys feel about that, but that's pretty much the couple of things I've kept caught up on SmackDown.
Well, like I say, the last thing that I saw was the horror show thing, and I just, I'm just, again, it was I didn't actually mind it up till the main event and the whole swamp thing, and it was just like, every single one of these pay-per-views has to have one of these ridiculous cinematic vibes to it now.
Well, I mean, they struck gold once, and now they're trying to recapture that magic each time.
It's shocking. Between that and Rey Mysterio's plastic eyeball.
Oh my god. Yeah, what do you thought about that, by the way?
Shocking. It was one of those things where it was like, and again, you know when all these things are going to happen because the live symbol disappears out the corner of the thing.
Yeah.
So you know they've pre-shoot sections of it, and it's just like, you might as well just put a big sign on saying this bit with,
Previously recorded.
This is the entertainment portion of the show.
Yeah, this is the bit where we shouted cut.
Huh.
Like you had Seth vomiting, which I thought that isn't very PG. But then again, this bizarre eyeball that Thingy had just...
He's gonna puke.
I don't know, the whole thing was just weird. It was like, why are you going down this? Because, I mean, obviously I didn't have any of the build-up, so I just watched the pay-per-view out of the blue, and I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, an eye for an eye match. And then they said, like, obviously the rules are that someone's eye is going to be popped out. And it was just like, what the fuck? How on earth you're going about being a family entertainment show with PG rating, and you're gonna have a match where the only way you can win is by removing someone's eyeball out of the socket?
Yeah. Well, supposedly the pay-per-view was TV-14 for the record. Just to throw that out there.
Really?
Yeah. And
oh well, they should have gone all in then. They should have smashed Rey Mysterio's head into the steps.
And
Should have been blood
reportedly,
pouring everywhere.
Vince shot the one finish with the eyeball falling out, but apparently he was too grossed by it. So that's what the finish that we got on TV is the one that he decided for, which you could barely see the prosthetic, but yeah.
Must have been better if Vince was grossed out on it.
No, it was probably just ridiculously, terribly fake looking.
Maybe.
I mean, it felt like one step away from him grabbing a tomato ketchup sachet and just like squashing it on the side of his head and going,
That's how far wrestling has fallen, by the way, is like just the eye for an eye match concept, you know?
Well, that's the whole thing at the moment, and it's like I just can't. I'm dying for them to either just stop, which they're not going to,
No.
or just get back to some sort of a normal setting so that we can kind of get some form of normality to it. Because it just, I appreciate the fact that they're obviously trying to put some entertainment on and stuff, but like I've argued it every time I've come on, but like, you know, how many times have we sat here and said that it'd be good if they had a down season so that they could heal up and, you know.
I've said that many times, yeah.
Yeah,
I
and
always
like,
disagree with that. I never like the idea of them taking time off. But if this is what we've had, it's only gotten worse. Like, it wasn't even good before. It's not like we were getting great TV and then we had the pandemic and everything got shut down and now it's all filler. It wasn't even good before. If they had just stopped instead of all of, you know, everything they're doing and dropping ratings and it's crap. Maybe they could come back and do something big. And maybe people would be excited to see it.
Well, there's apparently that, obviously, it's all rumours, no one actually knows, but apparently they were planning on something major happening at WrestleMania. They did have this big storyline planned. Apparently I was up there with the Vince limo explosion. It was gonna be something big that would basically take over WWE for the next couple of months. And obviously with everything happening.
Because at the moment, that's the only card that WWE can play, I think, to even get people interested once we get back to some form of normality. Because I think that the thing is how many years have we said that fan base is watching because of habit?
Yeah,
and people,
habit's a big thing, yeah.
People have broke that habit now with this pandemic because it's just... I mean, like me, I'd never miss a weekly show usually. Yeah. But I just can't watch it. There's no... I don't even know who it's aimed at because I can't imagine children finding it in any form entertaining.
Yeah.
It's just a very strange setup at the moment. And like you said, I mean, even if you're against the off-season and things like that, at the moment, it's not important, is it? I mean...
They're not doing any good right now.
That's what I mean. It's not doing anything, but they're still having to make you know, their personal lives are still out the window. And they're still taking bumps. And for what?
For a home audience.
But do we actually know what the ratings are of all this at the moment?
They're down.
They're
down. They're really bad.
Have they gone below 1 million yet?
Not quite.
Not. We're getting there. They're getting there.
Sounds awful, but good.
Yeah, I agree.
I really do want everyone to turn off. I just do, from the standpoint of makes them realise it's even not worth doing. And just take care of the staff. I mean, the amount of people, I mean, like, even like the WrestleMania thing, which I know was, you know, right at the start of all this, and I can understand that. But the amount of people that were in that performance centre, like when you had Edge and Orton going around the entire building all the time, you know, there's a lot of people involved in the production of it still. It's not... It didn't come across to me as a safe setup in any way, which I know sounds a bit wrong, but I keep comparing to like F1 at the moment. Like, they're all in separate bubbles where teams and members are all, randomly tested constantly, and I think they said they don't go 4 days without a test. And I just don't know if that kind of protocol's in place with WWE, especially with all the lacks of any kind of restrictions in Florida. I just think that it's just...
I don't think it was there. I think it's there now. I think.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, obviously, I've zoned out of it for a bit now, so it's like, I hope that it is there, just purely for people's own well-being, because it just didn't feel right at the beginning, especially at the beginning. It was everyone's being told to distance and stay home, and then you're watching two people roll around a ring. It was like,
yeah. And and to flip it around on AEW is like, they can't just stop operation because they kind of are living off of the TV deal with TNT. That's what's just keeping them afloat right now, from what I've heard.
Yeah, I've heard similar from AEW. They used to have to stop. They would stop for good.
Yeah.
Because they're not in a position to be just not doing any shows right now. Whereas WWE probably could go for a few months quite easily. In fact, I think I saw they had an investors call this week, was it? And their profits are up.
Yeah. That's still kind of mind-boggling to me, is like, even during a pandemic and all this nonsense, that they're still making a profit. And it made that whole ordeal with the cutting talent back in April, May, one of those months where they just decided, let's just furlough everybody.
To be fair I can't think everyone was doing that, weren't they, at the time? It wasn't just a wrestling thing.
Well, yeah, but
every company was panicking a bit.
Yeah, WWE did need to.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong, they didn't have to do that, but I think everyone panicked a bit initially. And what I don't get now is these results have come out to say that obviously they're still making money, a lot of money. And apparently they're still going to continue the furlough for the next couple of months. If that was me, I'd go, okay, well, we don't need to do this. Let's get everyone back in.
Yeah, and plus also, there's a lot to be said for, how much, documentary stuff have they done through the network, and how much stuff have they got that's non-in-ring on the network that they can, I don't know, they can make a deal with the TV, on the contract side. You can put on, if you put on them Undertaker episodes on weekly television instead of Raw, do you think your numbers are going to go down?
Yeah.
Because I think there'd be more people interested to watch it.
Yeah, but Raw is the longest weekly episodic show in TV history.
The fucking Raw's going to be going on when the fucking planet's dead.
The thing is, I've also read that to actually do Raw at the minute in the Performance Center and SmackDown the same, it's actually really cheap for them.
Yeah.
Because
and NXT.
They're not spending any money really. It's all the equipment and everything is already there. They haven't got to spend any.
Yeah, that and the fact that they're also doing every other week is live, every other week is taped.
Recording it,
yeah. So it helps on costs as well.
So it's actually really cheap for them to. It might be crap TV, but
yeah,
it's really cheap.
But it's cheap crap TV.
Yeah. So, but the ratings continue to go down, and it's brought to the attention of the investors this week because they asked the question, "What's going on?" Basically, which I didn't really understand the answer.
You're not going to do anything major in the current situation, are you? So, me as a fan thinking about it, I'm thinking, we all tune in because we want them shock returns and big moments and things like that, and it isn't going to happen in that environment. And if they had the opportunity of doing something like a CM Punk return, they're not going to do it when there's no fans there. Well, they kind of did when they did that studio thing, but you know what I mean? They're not going to do anything significant. So I don't feel like I'm actually missing anything, even though things are progressing in some ways. And
Well, that's apparently they're holding off on this major storyline until they can get back in front of a crowd, or whatever this storyline is. I don't know.
and the thing is, and as well, that storyline when it does happen, it better not be shit.
It probably will be.
No, but how long you sat on it? Probably at that point, probably for the best part of a year. Make it fucking good.
And this kind of goes back to what I said last week, Beans, which, if you listen to the show.
Sorry.
No. No, if, you know how in, like, 2011, 2012, they were all, like, about social media and whatnot, and tout and whatnot. You'd think, like, with the current situation that everybody's in, with this whole pandemic, you'd think they'd be focusing on, getting, like, that fan reaction that they desperately don't have right now.
Yeah.
And basically, like, maybe have, like, an interactive poll for, like, matches and whatnot, but maybe, make the choices a little bit different instead of just, like, all the same thing that's, like, synonymous with, like, a no DQ match or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe have fans cut a promo on what they just saw or something like that. If they're into that sort of thing, I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I mean, we've even seen it with sports here, like when football came back in the UK. Like, they put the screens up next to the pitch where fans were at home watching it. So even though you couldn't get, you're not going to get a crowd reaction, but you can see fans. And you can see, you know what I mean? Like, I'd rather see some people on the screen in the background watching and cheering at home with their T-shirts and signs or something than a bunch of, people from the performance centre all wearing masks, jumping around, pretending to like someone.
But normal people, even when they're in the arena, they're not interested for 3 hours.
That's also true.
Oh no.
They're pretty quiet. So,
That's also true.
So you can see them on the screen, just like watching something else.
Yeah, but I mean, you can, even if it's pre-produced or something, you just get, because I mean, even they do it with
looped footage. Of
but they do it with the football anyway, because they must say something to them like, send us a 5-second clip of you celebrating. And then obviously when they score, they like put it up, or like when they're coming out, they'll play it.
That's live footage, isn't it? Because they all react at the same time, and like it seems pretty fluid.
To be honest, on the goals, I think it is. They just take a snapshot of when the actual, goal's gone in. But they've got it like where they've all been coming out on the pitch at the start of the match when it first came on, and they're all sat there cheering as if they're cheering them all out. So I'd imagine that that's just probably them taking small snippets and putting them all together. But even so, it's at least it's fans. You know what I mean? It's acknowledging people are still there. It's.
Again, I'm going to suggest they throughout the show they cut to close-ups that they took from 6-10 months ago. We've got the guys wrestling around, and then they cut to shocked Undertaker guy. And then cut to angry Miz girl when Miz says something. Just splice it in, seamless.
No problemo.
Yeah, no one will ever know the difference.
I don't know. I just, as far as the COVID shows go, I don't have any inclination to watch. I mean, I'll watch the pay-per-views and such, but as far as the weeklies though, I'm just kind of tuned out. The only reason I'm giving AEW a shot is just to see what they're doing and whatnot, because they seem to be the new kids on the block, and so far they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah. Do you think you'll ever go back now though, when it comes back, and maybe it's exciting for a week? Do you think you'll ever get that routine back? Now
I don't know. That's the thing. It's worrying, isn't it? Because
I don't know, to be honest with you.
They really need to do something big when they come back to try and get people interested again. Because, like you say, you probably, when it comes back, everyone may think, "Oh, I'll check it out because, I've not seen this for 6 months." And if something major happens and it pulls you in, you kind of, I forgot how good this can be, kind of thing. But if it just goes back to the mundane, if I get fucking Stephanie McMahon starting the show, standing in the ring going, "Welcome to Monday Night Raw," and I'll be fucking hitting the off button before it's even fucking she's finished her breath.
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
So there is a real danger that the fan base that they've lost, which is now going to probably be the loyal fan base that they've relied on out of habit in the past, is now gonna, they've now got the challenge of trying to bring them back in, which I don't think is going to be an easy task for them.
It's easier to get rid of fans than to, earn new ones. So, I don't know.
That first show is going to be big, though.
It has to be.
First one with the crowd back in.
It has to be.
What
Seriously,
do you think they can do to make that show big that hasn't been done 100 times before? We're finally, everyone's back on Raw. It's going to be a 3-hour special. We're going to have Steve Austin show up, and Undertaker will make an appearance.
Yep.
I don't know.
Be
I'm
live.
that excited, to be honest.
What if they simulcast from the Manhattan Center?
Right.
they might as well have done that during lockdown because there was fucking no reactions. I'm frightened to put a bet on because I know that Chucks is gonna bring up a WrestleMania that should have took place in the UK, but sadly a pandemic had a disastrous effect on all
It still
bets.
wasn't going to happen. That was 2 years ago that bet was up. You owe me £300.
But the thing is it was on the cards, you see, so...
It wasn't on the cards. You said by WrestleMania 34, one of them will be in the UK. That didn't happen.
Sure, I said 36.
You said 34. Either way, we've had 36 now. None of them were in the UK.
Yeah, but this pandemic was brewing in the background.
Yeah, and it was still scheduled to be in... Where was it this year?
Tampa.
Yeah.
Raymond
James
Tampa's
Stadium.
not in the UK.
No.
Yeah, but you see, Tampa is the guy that owns Fulham, as well as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So
and AEW, yeah.
And AEW, and you know what I mean? Like there could have been some talks.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Nice try, though. Nice try.
Yeah.
He doesn't own the UK, though. He owns Fulham. Do you think WrestleMania was going to be at Fulham? It's going to be at
No,
Craven Cottage?
I just thought that it might have been a good... God, can you imagine what Americans' reaction would be if they saw Craven Cottage? Hang on a minute, I've got to sit behind a wooden stand? Yeah, that's a shed over there.
Tin roof in the background.
Yes, that is the junction that you can see out the corner of the stadium there, and a PC World and a McDonald's drive-through.
Sorry.
I would bet. Right, sorry, I've gone off track. The first show that goes into an arena, that's the big show that they build up to as a return. The last shot of that before it goes off the air has to have CM Punk's face on it. If you're in WWE, you're making profits. I'm sorry, you need to throw millions at that man, because that's the only thing that you're gonna do to get some kind of buzz.
That's so sad. That's true.
I mean, I think that's somewhat true. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if he'd be willing to take up the offer, though. Maybe the whole backstage being canceled was like, all right, I made my return, I'm done now.
Is that what happened to backstage?
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah, it's canceled.
Right,
yeah.
okay.
I honestly don't think that we're going to see WWE in an arena again.
Ever?
Wow, that's bleak.
Not for your Raw or SmackDowns anyway. I think your pay-per-views possibly.
You think they're moving to the Performance Center full time?
I could genuinely see them. Maybe not the Performance Center, but they're going to look into buying some studio space or something. And there'll be something like the way TNA did Impact.
Impact Zone.
Oh God.
They'll have their own
What's WWE
studio.
doing in the Impact Zone?
and it'll just be. They might even sell tickets for it. I don't know, but that'll be the way they do TV from now on. I think.
I'm sorry, but if that's their plan going forward, then I don't care how much profit they're making. It will not last.
Yeah.
It
I
will
don't know.
slowly. I think it'll slowly ebb away that, and
I don't know. I don't see how it can't really. They're clearly making money by literally not doing anything, or not doing very much.
Only because of their TV deal.
Yeah.
that's what I
And
mean. And the TV deal's going to go through the floor if the ratings drop off the map.
Yeah.
I was saying this like 5 years ago or 3 years ago, whenever the last time was. They can't possibly make this kind of money again, and now they're on $1 billion. I don't know how they keep doing it. It makes no sense.
I don't know. I just think
I
I
can't.
think this whole thing's changing the way they do business.
Yeah. I can't believe.
I
Fox
think the
paid
live
$1
events are
billion
gone.
for SmackDown though.
Oh yeah, well,
That's crazy.
I think the live events are gone. Like they're definitely out.
I could definitely see them scrapping house shows. They're just not worth the time.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just see them buying some sort of. They make it look good. You might even get a couple of thousand in there. But I reckon the function, the way they do business now of touring all the time, I think that's gone.
I don't know. When everything opens up and they can travel, it would just seem so small time to stay in one place.
I was going to say I could see them doing more, and I suppose it's more the global thing. Then I could see them more scrapping house shows, and then trying to do the weekly shows from different places around the world in venues. So that talent don't have to work every night, but they're still drawing enough to be able to do, there's still time to travel. Like, you get the UK tours, I could see them doing, they go across Europe, don't they? And they squeeze it all into like a 2-3 week period. Yeah, and they could extend that out so that, like 1 week it's in Milan, 1 week, you know what I mean? Like, all that kind of stuff. I could see them doing that because I think that's a guarantee that you are going to sell tickets, because you're going to places where people wouldn't always get, they've got a limited amount of, like we get the April and November shows in the past.
Yeah.
And it's not a guaranteed TV show. It's, so when you think
even
of other places.
I mean, yourself, you've been there yourself. Maybe a year, 2 years ago, I said, wherever they go in the UK, they're going to sell out.
They don't anymore.
They don't do it anymore.
So that's what I mean. But if you're going to go to other places that don't get a weekly show, like they did
Saudi Arabia. They could go to Saudi Arabia.
Oh God! Don't say that. They'll probably set up fucking headquarters there. Every fucking show will be from Jeddah.
The beautiful city of Jeddah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful city of Jeddah.
With the stadium that looks like a crown.
Yeah.
The greatest Monday Night Raw.
Cut to pyro from the parking block in a really blocky video from someone's cell phone. I just said cell phone like an American.
You did. I was gonna let that go, but you buzzed on yourself.
I know. Sorry, Snoot. I'm just a bit disappointed in myself.
Oh, that's alright. Don't worry about it.
I wouldn't be surprised though if I kind of contradicted myself a bit here, but if Saudi Arabia's given the green light as far as holding events and stuff, so as soon as they get the go ahead, they'll be over there.
Oh God, they will.
Will any of the wrestlers go though after last year?
That's a good point.
Yeah, just think on how much money Saudi Arabia is probably going to put on the table for them to go during a pandemic.
Yeah, but who gets that money?
It's also true. Alright, close out this here. Let's see what else.
Apparently, they are looking. Sorry, go on.
I was just going to say, can I ask a question about Extreme Rules?
Go ahead.
A horror show at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one screen.
Ah.
Is is the Fiend now the champion?
No,
No, that was
was
not a
non-title.
title.
That swamp fight was a non-title swamp fight.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're kidding me! I watched that and it wasn't even for the title.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh Jesus Christ!
No sign of Strowman either, from what I've heard.
Hopefully they're letting him go home for a bit.
I mean, maybe.
Oh, I did notice, and again, it sounds very critical, but do you remember when Braun Strowman won the tag titles at WrestleMania with a child?
Yeah, with
Yeah.
Nicholas. Yeah.
Do you remember how ripped he was at that point?
I remember he lost a
He
lot of
goes
weight
for
at one
it.
point. Yeah.
He did. He lost a lot of weight, and he really toned up. And I noticed that when he was in this swamp fight, he by no means out of shape, but I mean, he obviously wasn't that anymore. He looked like he'd gone back
He's
to
in his bulking phase again.
yeah. And it was just a small note that I know, especially when he was sat pretending to not be able to lift chains up off the floor, which you could clearly see behind him wasn't attached to anything.
Yeah.
But hey ho, I digress.
Well, to
You
be fair,
body shaming Braun Strowman.
Yeah, to be fair to him, he's like the rest of us, been sat at home for 5 months eating chocolate and watching Netflix. That's just me.
No, that is I'm actually down 10 pounds. I don't know how. I've
Really?
done nothing.
Oh, nice. Congrats.
Yeah, and I don't look any different. it's happened. Yeah, that's weird.
It's brain matter.
You know, I was actually thinking that it's probably muscle mass.
Mm.
Yeah, that's worrying.
You just try and walk up 2 flights of stairs now and tell me
I
whether you're out
can't.
of breath.
I'm completely.
If
That's nothing new though.
No. I only say these things from experience myself.
When you say you're down £10, you actually lost the weight, or have you just lost a tenner?
Ah.
That too.
Lost more than a tenner. He's been paying for the network. No, you haven't.
No, I have. Actually, no. Today was a good day. Recently, I've rediscovered Bet365,
Oh God.
and
Oh,
I
I
had
wonder
I had like a
what's it.
$5 in my account or something. So I decided to put a little bit like on a couple of horses. Turns out I can't bet on horses. They don't do what I want them to.
Wait.
Yeah, it's always the wrong horse. Like they all look the same to me. I don't know. Don't want to be horse racist, but they do look the same.
Horse
I asked my
races.
wife to put a couple of bets on, and she wins every time. She gets it somehow. I don't understand horses. However, I then got a thing through saying it's FA Cup final day. Put a pre-match bet on, and we'll match that bet in play. So I put a $5 on Chelsea. Waited for the match to start. Chelsea score within 5 minutes. I put the free $5 on Arsenal to win. Hey, works out great. I won 40 quid today.
Excellent.
Ah.
I won on my games, well. What's his name?
Sorry, I don't know that one.
Okay, Alex. We won't get her up.
What did you even say?
I
Didn't
don't
say
know.
anything about like Alexa Sanchez or
Yeah, like that was weird.
The guy that scored 2 goals, I had him to score 2 goals. I won.
Aubameyang. That's a good
the
one.
Yeah. I won about 60, I think. So yeah, it was a good day. How did we get onto betting?
What's that?
Oh.
How did we get onto betting?
You asked if I'd lost a tenner, and
Oh,
actually
right,
I
yeah,
gained
sorry.
£40 in that sense.
Nah, fair enough.
We sorry, just because you Alexa just reminded me. We got one of those dot ones, you know, the Echo dots.
What's the title?
I've never really been bothered by them, but like Laura fancied one for kitchen, and I thought, well, while I'm working at home, it's good to just put some music on in background or whatever.
Mm.
So we got one, but I just find it funny now that Jack tries to talk to it, and he calls it Lexa.
Yeah.
So he just keeps going up to it and goes, Lexa, stop. Or Lexa, Cars, because he wants to listen to the Cars soundtrack. And obviously she doesn't understand.
No.
Anyway, I digress. Just a little.
Yeah, he's smart if he's telling Alexa to stop. So.
Even when she's not doing anything.
Right. Speaking of Alexa, I just watched the segment from SmackDown. Apparently, like, the Fiend shows up and Alexa just sits in the middle of the ring, and he's just like circles around her a couple of times, and then he puts the mandible claw on her like you would with the child, with like, you know, here comes the airplane, here comes like basically like that. Yeah.
Oh my god.
While she's just sitting in the ring, and I'm just like, this is terrible.
And she like opens her mouth.
Basically, yeah.
Opens the hangar doors.
Open the hangar doors, yeah. God, it's just, why didn't she run out of the ring? She obviously knows how evil he is. Like, come on.
Frozen with fear.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Speaking of I won't say it because it'll kick off me, Alexa. Apparently you can spend $400 on getting her to record a message for you on Cameo.
Yeah, somebody asked her out on Cameo, and she kind of shut them down.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. On the other side of the coin, it's $400 on Alexa. You can get Tom Phillips for $20.
Yeah!
Ooh.
What if we got Tom Phillips to promote the show? Think he would do it?
If we give him $20, I think he'll do anything.
Yeah.
Hey, your quid's in, you both won bets. Come on. Take one for the team.
I want to see who's on here.
There's quite a few, actually. I saw a little bit of that.
Do we look under athletes or?
I
Can we
just
not-
searched for WWE. To be honest.
Oh, it's such WWE. Yeah.
Can we not like use
Big
your
E is on
winnings? Can we not use your winnings from your bets to like hire the epic trailer man voice?
Is he on there?
I don't know.
Didn't he die?
What?
Don
Like the actual guy. I
Don
thought he died.
LaFontaine? Yeah, he died like years ago.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's quite a few big rings on it, actually. Bobby Fish.
Bobby Fish.
I'm surprised WWE let them do this.
Flounder.
Okay, so there's still Red Pepper.
Yeah, he's the other one. Well, there was
Yeah.
two like main guys.
He's the new Don LaFontaine, apparently. And his name is Red Pepper. So, yeah, that's cool.
and how much does he cost?
It'd be really
I
expensive.
don't know if he's actually on here. No, he doesn't show up. But
Oh.
he's alive, so, you know, there is a chance.
There's a better chance than the other one.
So we've got Sonny, that's Eric Rowan there. Godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Got both of the Iconics.
The coach.
Matt Riddle.
Oh, who cares about the coach?
Coach for 30 quid.
No offense, but like, come on.
If we're gonna pay Coach 30 quid, we need to set a firework off next to him while he's sat on a chair.
No Way Jose is temporarily unavailable. That's a shame.
Because he said no way.
Kurt Angle. There you go.
How much to make him mispronounce your name?
83 quid apparently. Which is less than Kevin Owens. Same as RVD. Rey Mysterio charges 200.
He needs to.
Randy
He's
Rose.
fucking lost his eye.
Yeah. Hazard pay.
Voice is all he's got left. I bet anybody would say it all in Spanish as well.
No, in his promos he says it in Spanish and then the same thing in English.
Spanish is going to cost you extra, pal.
Mm. Who was the cheapest one though? Tom
The
Phillips.
cheapest is Tony Ricker.
Really?
I don't know.
Excuse
Tony
me, sorry.
Ricker.
I didn't mute the thing in time. Didn't reach for it.
Okay, I'll rephrase that. Who's the cheapest we've heard of?
Vince Russo's got to be fairly cheap.
Jessamine Duke is 15 quid. Dominic Dijakovic, 12. God. I think that's probably about as cheap as it's gonna get.
Tom Phillips, 2075.
Yeah, Umberto Carrillo's 20 as well. How about Celeb VM, is it?
I think we should buy Tom Phillips for a laugh. What can we get him to say?
Hey, you're listening to the IWC radio here on YouTube.
Take your clothes off.
No!
What?
Where's that going?
I was thinking, wasn't Tom Phillips the one that did that video on the plane that time with that girl?
Oh,
Not a video,
yeah,
that was
it
a leaked thing, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
what I was
4-hour
kind of
flight,
aiming
basically.
in relation to. I wasn't actually suggesting that.
I was like, this is Cameo, not Babe Station. It's got
Oh.
I went south.
Celeb VM has Vince Russo.
Oh god.
How much?
$50.
Fucking.
And
About
Kevin Nash.
$49 too expensive.
Wonder if we could hire Kevin Nash to eat some ravioli.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to say, listen to IWC radio, which goes down really well with a ravioli, and then just fucking starts munching on it.
And it's just, oh,
Okay,
my God.
I'm just saying that my birthday is in April, so I'll send you that link, and
Oh, my God.
who knows what's going to happen.
Oh, my God. I thought,
Oh, it's Melina.
I like that. Oh, it's just Melina.
Enzo Amore is in here for $69.
Didn't he start an OnlyFans?
Probably. Everyone else has like normal numbers, 25, 65, 60 here, 30, 30, 100, 100.
I've
Dylan
just gone...
Crostle, Swuggles 20. Enzo Amore has 69. Of course he does.
Caution.
Ken Anderson.
Enter details such as interest, hobbies, hometown, birthday, and age so that Melina Perez can make the video as interesting and as personalized as possible. Can you imagine what we will put in that box if we did it for you?
There's a Gordon Ramsay lookalike for $51. Hold on, I gotta throw this up on the stream if I can. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, Gordon Ramsay lookalike. Ed Sheeran impersonator. Ricky Gervais lookalike. Terminator impersonator. What?
Well, I've just gone to celebvm.com and the first thing I saw was Ken Barlow.
Oh, fuck off.
Boris Johnson impersonator.
So there's like actual wrestlers here. Ken Anderson's 30, Frankie Kazarian 25, Ken Shamrock for 40, that's alright. Bruce Pritchard for 40, Gangrel, Brian Knobs, Typhoon, Angelina Love there. And scroll down, Honky Tonk Man. How much do you think Honky Tonk Man is charging?
I
Oh,
mean,
no.
Take a guess.
80.
Up.
What?
What?
250.
Get out of here. That has to be like, all right, I'm just going to set this up and like have no expectations of people contacting me.
You could get 10 videos of James Ellsworth for that.
Oh my God.
How much is Bruce Pritchard charging?
I think it's only about 20. 40. There you go. Bruce
But
Pritchard.
I think we should get him on and give him some ideas for Raw. What the? You fucking need them.
Vince Russo for 50.
There's an idea. Get Vince Russo and Bruce Pritchard in a conference call.
God.
Fucking Enzo Amore is $69. He would have to be, wouldn't he? The fucking...
I've just been talking about that.
Yeah.
We did that shit before.
Oh, sorry. I got caught up in looking at how much it costs for randoms. I can't believe that Jim Duggan wants $75.
Well, he's I don't know. He's earned it, I feel. Robert Strauss for 20. Wow.
Is Disco Inferno on here?
Robert Strauss, Pro Wrestling TNA.
What the hell?
Yeah.
So in the wrestling section, and Angelina Pivarnik from Jersey Shore is on there.
God. Who's
Made one appearance in TNA.
Joel Gertner, Blue Meanie, Mandy Leone, Santana Garrett. Yeah, there's James Ellsworth. Yeah, you mentioned him. Rebel, professional wrestler, TNA. No.
The Big O. Wow.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him. Yeah, so that's cool. Gunner, pro wrestler, actor.
That's good, man.
Got racist as well.
Wow. Shots fired.
Randy Hogan, okay.
Randy Hogan.
Steve Richards. I'm kind of enamored right now, just going through. Sonny from WWE. Wow.
Is he in jail?
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's an easy living. Could still operate from a cell.
Well, yeah, you do get one phone call, don't you?
It's better deal with it, as it's not a pre-recorded message. She FaceTimes you and asks if you can borrow some money.
So there's like all these categories: wrestling, trending, acting, music, sports, UK, men, women, comedy. And at the bottom here, there's a category with one person in it called Test. I'm hoping it's Andrew Martin.
Oh, God.
That's where he's been hiding.
I don't know. It's a guy called Angus Lancaster. I don't know who that is. He costs $0.
He's
Hiring.
free. Get him on if he's free. I don't know who he is, but...
Get a free video from this guy.
Yeah. This is Angus Lancaster telling you to watch and listen to the IWC radio show live on YouTube every Saturday. Yeah, that's crazy. Anything else? We should get out of here. I think that's it. Anything else you want to talk about? AEW's been killing it, I feel. I'm looking forward to this week. And also the rematch with Orange Cassidy and Chris Jericho in 2 weeks. And this upcoming Wednesday, they're going to have a debate with a special moderator. Any guesses you think it might be?
CM Punk.
That would be amazing.
Everything.
That would be amazing, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Can you? Vince's head will explode if CM Punk showed up on AEW.
Is that your answer to everything, by the way? CM Punk?
Yeah, it's got to be. It's the last shock left.
Surprisingly, he's not on the celeb VM thing there. But again, I don't think he needs the money, so.
No.
And he hates
people.
That'd be awesome if he did one and he included it into his grammar lessons.
Oh, the grammar slams, yeah. Oh, that'd be great. I miss those.
I learned so much from him.
Speaking of learning things here, today is the 7-year anniversary of the August 1 warning in TNA.
It's a laptop in the limo.
Yeah. Oh no. No, but back in when TNA was trying to compete with WWE in a way, I guess. I don't know. They secured Tito Ortiz as their big surprise. And all I remember is just Ken Anderson just looking like he did not give a shit.
Yeah.
Back in the day. I think Russell Zone had that screenshot. Yeah, here it is. Hold on. If I can find it. Oh. There it is, yeah. Impact remembers the August 1 warning. Yeah. There you go. So, cool. Anything else before we get out of here?
Apparently, I've not seen SmackDown, but did you say you had?
No, I didn't. I just saw the tail end of it.
Yeah, apparently, Shorty G is now being referred to as Chad again.
Yeah, because he joined
Chad
up.
G?
He joined up with King Corbin.
Yeah, he's now getting money off him or something because he took out Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
Oh, so is he a heel now?
Yeah.
It's looking that way, yeah. As long as he's not called Shorty G anymore, that's a bonus.
He could be a star if, WWE didn't screw the pooch back then. Like, I just...
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, apparently WWE are trying everything they can to not hold SummerSlam in the Performance Center. Including the idea has been mooted of holding it on a ship.
Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna hold up. Basically, I don't know how long it's gonna be a rumor or just stay as one. Like, it just doesn't. I don't see it happening. It'd be great if it does, and they're somehow able to pull that off, like WWE's own cruise ship. But I don't know.
Yeah, I can't see it. It's unless they've been working on this for quite some time, which maybe they have. But I think it's a bit late in the day. What are we, 2 weeks away now?
Oh, so when is SummerSlam, actually? That's a good question.
I thought it was the end of the month.
Long, yeah.
Well, it's 3 weeks Sunday. 3 weeks tomorrow.
August 23rd.
That's it. So unless they've been working on this for a while, which by all accounts they haven't.
I just wondered because of the way that they advertised it during the Extreme Rules show. It was kind of like, just the way that they promoted it. I thought, didn't know whether they were trying, like they were going to announce that they were holding it somewhere or. But yeah.
Yeah, I think they do generally want it to be somewhere else, but.
In Vince's back garden with his swimming pool.
I mean, I suppose it wouldn't be that different, but if they really wanted to, they could do it in Full Sail.
Save Vince's backyard for an upcoming In Your House.
That's true. Can they even do Full Sail, seeing as it's actually a university grounds and it's probably under some kind of tight restriction?
Yeah, probably.
Well, they've been doing NXT there, so.
Oh, they're still doing NXT though?
Yeah, they've been doing NXT the last few weeks.
Call it WWE Takeover.
There you go. Anything else? Anything else?
I don't think I've got anything.
Week, I think, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just been kind of a lull of a week here, just laxed and whatnot.
Lull of a 6 months, I think.
Yeah, that's also true. Beans, are you gonna be here next week?
Hopefully, yeah.
All right, yeah, 2 weeks in a row, nice.
Do you do this regularly now? Or? We love you, really.
No, you don't.
Wow. Wow. And with that, we'll be back next week. Hopefully you'll be here as well.
See, we're building up better promos than WWE.
That's not hard to do.
No.
Take care. Have a great one. We'll see you next time. Good night.